With me, I've got a very special guest, and you can see in the background there, it's got the Monbulk Cricket Club, even though I'm here for a Monbulk Football Club function, and so is my very special guest, Darren. Hello.
Thanks for having me, mate.
Thank you for coming along. Now, first of all, you're here as it's a Sportsman's Night, and it's not the official opening of the Monbulk rooms, but it is the Sportsman's Night with Jimmy Bartell and also Bruce Eva, well-known radio legend.
Yeah, it'll be a good fun night. Obviously, it's great to come to the community and have a bit of fun, a few stories, etc. To a new facility as well. They've spent some money here. It looks great, and they're having a win in the footy field, so that's always good.
So what were you like as a footy player? Can I call you Buff?
Yeah, you can call me whatever you like.
Not late for dinner. Buff, what were you like as a footy player?
I was a very good football player. Centreman, dynamic, Greg Williams.
Didn't push any umpires?
No, I didn't do any of that, but I certainly finished early in my career because I started playing cricket.
Is that why you finished, or...?
Basically, yeah. Basically, yeah. I got told to give up footy and play cricket instead.
Did you play footy the way you played cricket? Cavalier?
Well, I wasn't fast.
No.
As you can see nuggety, very slow around the centre. Centreman, both feet, but very slow. I love footy more than cricket. I was just better at cricket. That's what happens.
It's funny talking to you because I spoke to you many, many years ago. I think it was before you became coach of the team, and the hairs in your beard back then were dark. Now the hairs and you had a bit of hair. Now your hairs and your beard are grey and you've got no hair. Is that what happens?
That's what happens. That's international cricket, full stop. That's the pressures of it. Playing for a long period of time as well, and playing for over 20 years of first class cricket, and then coaching for over 10. You certainly lose your hair quicker as a coach, and you go greyer, but it's great fun.
You've rebounded well, and that's not anybody that knows you has told me that no mud's going to stick on Buff because he's that sort of bloke. He puts it in the past and moves on and moves forward. Yeah,
you got to move forward. I mean, it was a mistake by everyone, wasn't it? So it was not a great 12 months for anyone involved. But you move on. The game gets better. The game goes forward. That's what happens. Whether it's football, cricket, netball, it doesn't matter. The game's got to go forward. So you can't look in the past too much. You got to look forward and get the results going the way you want to and enjoy life. And I'm back enjoying life and watching cricket, which is great.
Did it take a little while?
Oh yeah, it took a long time. Everyone has had their problems with it. There's no doubt about that. So for me, it was a case of I suppose working it out in my head, trying to get back to a place where the game's really enjoyable. And I've really enjoyed commentating with obviously Macquarie Sport and Fox and loving the game again. So that's the most important thing. But it did take time. It takes time for everyone.
And how's the relationships with all the players now? I suppose everything's fine.
Oh, they're all good. They're good lads. Yeah. I wish them all the best. You want them to play well in the World Cup, and I've been up watching the World Cup
So have I.
Yeah, it's fantastic. So good start from the lads. So hopefully they kick on.
One question I'll ask you about the World Cup, and I'm one of the few that was actually there in '99. I can honestly say I was there in '99 because I went to Wimbledon that year, and I only went for the final, missed the semis, missed the amazing game against South Africa. Do you miss that thrust and parry, of being in those big matches, or is that so long ago it was another life?
Oh, it's a while ago, yeah, but the thrill of playing or coaching is the challenge of trying to win the game, isn't it? So whether it's whatever sport you're playing, you obviously you want to try and win the game. So that's when you're playing high octane football or cricket against great teams and trying to get the result going your way is where the buzz is.
What's the one thing you reckon you did really well, first as a coach and as a player? Well, there are two things, but one thing in each sport.
Well, both had fun, I suppose, but as a player, just take the game on and try and entertain people. And as a coach, very similar, but also look after the players as best you possibly can. Love all my players, all the players I coach, so I still keep in contact with them now, and really care for them. You got to love them because they're like your children, really, as a coach for a long period of time. So for me, it was a case of really making sure they're right off the field and they can play well on the field.
Now, one last question, because I know you've got to get in there and have some speeches and a couple of drinks, although we've got some behind us. One question, is there anything in your career, whether it's the last 12 months, 18 months, 2 years, 20 years, 30 years, that you would have done differently?
No, because all the mistakes I made I learnt from. So I think you've got to make mistakes to become a better person or a better coach or a better player. So it's really weird I say that, because I would have loved to play more for Australia, but there was probably a reason I didn't, because I became a decent coaching Australia. So you understand the, hey, how are you? Understand the nuances that go with that, with team selection, missing out on selection, selecting sides, understanding what you need to win the game. So no, I don't regret anything.
One thing for a go, mate, are you using a beard trimmer there? Because I've got myself a beard trimmer, and I tried it out for the first time about about a week ago, and I cut big chunks out. Or would you have somebody doing it for you?
No, I go to a barber if I need it. Yeah, otherwise it just gets thick and grey.
I thought there was a secret. Darren Lehmann, thanks for your time. Have fun tonight, mate, and great to have you on GameFace. And don't forget, download the GameFace app if you want to keep up with what's going on in all the different leagues around Victoria.
Thanks, mate. Thanks for having me.
Good. That's fantastic.
Get your GameFace on.